We are coming to you live from our studios in Kukumlemle here in Accra. We are live on DSTV channel 421, Go TV channel 144, and around the world at myjoyonline.com. Now, one person who was picked up in connection with the Karaga Clashes between NDC and MPP supporters has been granted bail and is assisting the police in investigations. The police has also beefed up security and is conducting patrols within Karaga. Now, there was some disturbance on Monday between supporters of the two major political parties, resulting in several casualties, with one person in critical condition. The Northern Region Crime Officer, Superintendent Bernard Baba Ananga, joins us with details. Hello, sir. Thanks for your time this morning. Okay, so we spoke to him earlier. We'll try and raise him on the line shortly. But here's what he told our correspondent, Martina Bugri, when she spoke to him.
Yesterday was unfortunate. But we as police or security agencies, we are not taking it as a political issue. We are taking it as a criminal issue. So I assure you that those perpetrators, we are going to bring them into book. We are not going to treat it as a political issue. It is criminal. So people should take patience, take heart. Do not go and then also go and then re-attack. We are going to treat it as a criminal issue. Thank you very much.
Some names have been mentioned. Have you started investigations? What have you come up with?
Exactly. We have all the names, and at the appropriate time, all those people will be picked.
Forgive me, that's not the Northern Region Crime Officer. That rather is the Gushegu Police Commander. But let's hear from the physician assistant at the health facility the injured persons were taken to.
It was actually a bad case. I ignored some of the concerns of my colleagues. They were shouting I should refer to Tamale. So then I told them to keep their calm. They will assess. If you don't assess the case very well, how would you be able to tell whether you'll be able to handle it or not? So upon assessment, I realized that no, it was 50-50. But I realized I could do the work. So I asked them to support me, and they actually supported me 100%. Then we did the work, and we are all proud of ourselves.
Describe the extent of the damage that went.
The damage, for now, as I said, I think when they were about to cutlass him, he used the right arm to defend himself. They fractured the ulna. Then he uses the right arm again, they fractured the wrist. And then the left last digit, that one was also fractured. That one even looked from them, but I was able to position it very well and then switch it. And he also suffered scalp injuries. And all that were taken care of. Even the abdomen, they sliced the abdomen. So he was just coming in a pool of blood. Even if you had seen the ward in which we took care of him, you would have realized the extent of the injuries. He lost a lot of blood, actually. And honestly speaking, he lost a lot of blood. Even ambulance was standing by. They saw what happened, and then I told them we couldn't refer him at that state, so they should go if anything at all. If they need be, I'll call them back. And God being so good, we are proud of ourselves. Because the man is alive and he's stable. We don't have to refer him to any facility again. We've been able to stabilize him, and we would monitor to my home. And early this morning, I was back waiting for the police, but officially they haven't come here. And the other 4 cases, we also did some suturing. They suffered scalp lacerations, though they were deep, so we couldn't do otherwise than to suture. So we nicely shaped them and then got their wounds sutured, and they are all doing well. The third one, for him, we didn't do much because when we came upon assessment, we realized that he was just having musculoskeletal pain. He didn't suffer any external injuries. So we gave some painkillers, and he's also doing well.
You heard that physician assistant at the facility, persons injured in that clash or the clashes were sent to. You heard him mention that the police at the time had not arrived to pick up any information from the injured persons. We've been joined by the Northern Regional Crime Officer, Superintendent Bernard Baba Ananga. Thank you for your time this morning. So we understand that one person you picked up has been granted bail and is assisting with investigations. But have you spoken to the injured persons, and what have they been telling you?
Yeah, we've spoken to the injured persons, and they are assisting us in the investigations. They have also given us some names and some leads, which we are following to effect more arrests.
Tell us the nature of this area, Karaga, and how you are managing the situation there currently.
Karaga is a constituency, and somewhere the incident occurred is the village under Karaga. And currently we have patrol teams on the ground, and then we are also sending more teams to support them, as well as investigators to assist in identifying such persons and then effecting arrest.
What have you picked up as the factor that led to this incident?
Come again.
What have you picked up with regards to what led to the incident, to the clashes?
It appeared to be an event which some youth were attending that event, and it resulted in some altercations where some were using some motorbikes with some jet engine kind of sounds which others were not comfortable with. Along the line, they were confronted with that issue that resulted in a fight between the two and leading to other groups joining.
Are you able to establish if this was an NDC event at which disturbances were made by MPP supporters or vice versa?
We cannot say disturbances from another person or one with the other. What I can say for now is that we are investigating those who sustain injuries as a result of such incident or attacks. And for every event, everybody can organize an event. Anything can happen, whether it's an offense or not. But what we are doing now is treating all those incidents as criminal cases, which we are sure of arresting and then bringing the perpetrators to book.
All right, Superintendent, we have about 26 days to the elections. What are you doing to assure other residents of peace?
So far, we have our machinery in place, patrol teams, intelligence gathering, as well as talking to opinion leaders and sensitizing the public and boosting their confidence and encouraging them to report any incident or any offense which has occurred. We also talk to the other opinion leaders on the ground, the political parties, as well as journalists, and getting our own information one way or the other. And coming up to this general elections.
All right, I appreciate your time this morning. Northern Region Crime Officer Superintendent Bernard Baba Ananga there. Let's speak to our correspondent, Martina Bugri. Hello, Martina. We've been trying to find out what really led to this, or the clashes. You've been speaking to the NDC and MPP reps in the area. What have they been telling you?
Accusing each other of being the cause of it. For the NDC, they said they had a political rally, and then people came from far and near to attend the program. And when they were returning, some were returning, they were attacked. But if you speak to the NPP, they say that they were sitting, one group said they were sitting under their shed. An NDC person who was part of those who had attended the rally rode into them, and that started it. Another incident that happened in Karaga, he says that he was riding to go and take a vehicle and go and park. And accidentally, he passed through some NDC people who were returning from a rally. And then some small children insulted him, and then he tried to discussed it with them. Their father came in and it eventually blew up into a full-grown one that they cutlass in. And so it depends on who you speak to. Everybody says this person started it and this person started it.
The area, how are residents reacting to this?
Residents are getting worried because Karaga already has a chieftaincy issue, and so they think that with this development, if it is not nipped in the bud, it could escalate to a bigger issue that can cost the constituency.
Thank you very much, Martina Bugri, there, giving us some updates on what she's picked up from reps of the NDC and MPP in Karaga on what led to clashes there.